Some artists claim they strategically planned their careers, while others attribute their success to sheer luck. However, for Lil Yachty, the reality is much more surreal. It happened during an acid trip when he was expressing his desires to the universe. His wish wasn't solely about achieving fame or wealth, it was very specific. He wanted to collaborate with Drake. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. At that time, it was merely a fleeting thought amidst a swirl of vibrant colors and sounds. He had no scheduled studio time with the Toronto rapper, wasn't part of his close circle, and they weren't in regular communication. Yet, in that moment, Yachty felt he was reaching out to something greater, a higher power, the void, or whatever you choose to call it, and voicing his ambition. Years later, that dream came true. Not only did Lil Yachty collaborate with Drake, but he also developed a genuine friendship and contributed to some of the biggest albums in Drake's discography. If you ask him, it all began on that peculiar night. He shared this revelation during an appearance on Plaqueboy Max's streaming channel, where he and his Concrete Boys collective were guests. The discussion turned to career highlights and notable collaborations. The host, intrigued by how one of modern hip-hop's most unexpected yet seamless partnerships formed, directly asked, "How did you and Drake start working together?" Yachty responded without hesitation. "I manifested it, bro," he said, grinning as if sharing a secret. He elaborated, "One night I was doing acid and thought, man, I would really love to work with Drake. He's one of my favorite rappers. I was just talking to the void, reaching out to a higher power, and I manifested it. I did. This was years ago, before we ever collaborated." This wasn't an exaggeration. At that time, Yachty and Drake were following each other on social media, occasionally liking or commenting on each other's posts. They even had a casual familiarity that came from being on each other's private Instagram accounts, or Finstas, as Yachty referred to them. But for Yachty, that wasn't sufficient. "He followed me, we were cool, but I wanted a deeper relationship," he explained. "Now, he's one of my best friends. Manifestation is real." If the story had concluded there, it might have just been a humorous, psychedelic tale. However, the subsequent events make it difficult to overlook. Following that night, Yachty's career continued to flourish. His distinctive style, a mix of playful tunes, internet-savvy humor, and surprising genre changes, established him as one of the most original voices in rap during the 2010s. Eventually, he connected with Drake. Their first official collaboration occurred in 2020 with the release of Oprah's Bank Account, a fun, skit-filled song that also featured DaBaby. The track was unmistakably Yachty's work, quirky, lighthearted, and packed with inside jokes. Yet, Drake seamlessly blended in, demonstrating his willingness to step away from his tough rap persona and embrace Yachty's vibe. From that point, their creative partnership grew stronger. Yachty didn't merely appear as a guest artist, he began to contribute to Drake's projects behind the scenes. On Her Loss, Drake's 2022 collaborative album with 21 Savage, Yachty's influence was evident in both songwriting and production decisions. By the time For All the Dogs was released in 2023, Yachty had become an integral part of the core creative team, helping to shape several tracks. For Yachty, this was more than just a career achievement. It was personal validation of a belief he had held for years, that vocalizing your ambitions, even if just to yourself, can make them a reality. "I manifested getting on, becoming famous, becoming a rapper," he told Plaqueboy Max. "All this SH is manifestation. You gotta speak this SH into existence." This wasn't the first time he had referred to manifestation in relation to his journey. Long before collaborating with Drake, Yachty mentioned that he envisioned his success as a teenager. In high school, he found himself in surreal situations, like FaceTiming with Tyler, the Creator, or A$AP Rocky. At that time, those experiences felt like indicators that greater things were on the horizon. Yachty's perspective on manifestation isn't based on strict self-help practices or elaborate vision boards. It's casual, conversational, and almost playful, but he takes it seriously. He's not suggesting he spent every morning visualizing Drake's number on his phone. Instead, he emphasizes the importance of expressing intentions without fear and supporting them with hard work and authenticity. In hip-hop, this mindset isn't new. Kanye West famously talked about envisioning himself as a star long before anyone else did. Big Sean has attributed his success to speaking it into existence. However, Yachty's narrative is notable for its peculiar specificity: an acid trip, a conversation with the void, and the eventual fulfillment of that very desire. Drake has fully embraced his friendship with Yachty. In recent years, the two have featured in each other's social media, exchanged jokes online, and even traveled together. Their relationship reflects a genuine mutual respect that transcends the usual transactional nature of the music industry. Yachty brings a raw creativity that Drake seems to appreciate, while Drake provides Yachty with a platform to reach a wider audience and enhance his artistry. Fans have also picked up on their chemistry. While Oprah's Bank Account was their initial collaboration, their subsequent projects have a different vibe, one that suggests a deep trust in each other's creative instincts. Yachty's influence on Drake's music is subtle yet noticeable, introducing an element of unpredictability that keeps things exciting. Looking back, it's easy to view their journey as fate. A younger Yachty envisioned himself not just in the same space as Drake, but actually creating something together, and years later, he made that vision a reality. It's a narrative that feels scripted, yet it developed naturally. This might explain why Yachty speaks so openly about their collaboration now. For him, it's more than just a notable industry connection. It's tangible evidence of a belief he held long before he became famous. To articulate your dreams, believe in them, act as if they are achievable, and be ready for them to materialize. From a profound conversation during an acid trip to 3 albums with Drake and a true friendship, Yachty's journey reflects not only his talent but also his mindset. He doesn't claim it was magic or that the universe simply granted him success. Instead, he asserts that he expressed his aspirations, kept pursuing them, and ultimately turned them into reality. For anyone pursuing their dreams, whether in music, art, or any other field, Yachty's story serves as a reminder that the most ambitious thoughts can be the beginnings of your future. You just need to be brave enough to voice them, even if it feels like you're speaking into the void at first. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.